But yeah, man, welcome back to the Snake Trap Sessions. I am so excited to be back. What is good, everybody? It's your boy MJ up in the building. What a beautiful day it is here in sunny San Diego. Hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Man, shout out to everyone who rolled out to the Anaheim Super Show this weekend. That Reptile Super Show was one for the books. So many people, so many vendors. They had over 400 vendors and the place was packed. And we had a lot of actual reptile keepers in the building, which that's what really makes a show, is when you have actual breeders attending the reptile shows and bringing that serious vibe to the table, man. But like I said, shout out to so many people who were vending, bringing mad heat. Brian Cusco had his whole podcast booth. We had sim containers up at the building, JKT or JTK. Either way, they had some amazing monitors. Shout out to those dudes out there. I know they're Los Angeles based, but yeah, a lot of people out there, man. I'm telling you, it was an amazing time. I feel like in California, the show vibe is back, and that's 100%. Man, it's super hot out today, close to 90 degrees. San Diego, that's hot to us. You understand? We complain about the smallest weather adjustments if it's not in the 70, 80 range, right? Today, guys, man, I do want to talk a little bit about the Anaheim show. Some of the stuff I picked up. I added a new species to the list. Can you believe it? After all the damn things I tell myself to chill out on, what do? I add a new species to the list. It's not a new breeding species, no breeding project or anything like that. Just a simple pet. I finally got an animal that I could just purchase to admire and just like have no breeding intentions. Say that now, maybe someday. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek on what I bought in just a second. But one thing I'm super excited about, because you gotta understand, 4 years ago going to a reptile show, it's all about me buying a snake, right? Well, that's changed just a little bit, because now when I go to a reptile show, it's all about one thing. All about that corkwood, baby. Oh my God, look how pretty it is. Anaheim Super Show pickup is some of this corkwood right here. You know, my monitor guys out there, you know exactly why I would be super happy to pick some of this stuff up. A, it's not cheap, right? Got a good deal on all this corkwood here. B, you know, for those who know I have lace monitors, I am building a really awesome outdoor monitor enclosure. Those big pieces of corkwood are for the outdoor monitor enclosure, which I will do a whole episode on the outdoor enclosure build and all that stuff. We will get there step by steps. I'm just getting my feet wet on vlogging again, so there's so much to catch up on, okay, guys? But yeah, corkwood all day. I also got some couple other cool stuff. Now, before we get inside the trap and talk a little bit more about the Anaheim Super Show and some clutches that I have pipping out right now, let's see what I'm working on for this new species that I just added to my collection. Let's check out this build I'm doing. Let's go inside. All right, here is a new Exoterra tank that I have here for thy new species. So we're gonna get this thing nice and built real quick, set up, and then we'll get them in there. Let's see how this goes down. All right, we've got some substrate in there now, and some of that corkwood, baby. God, that corkwood looks so good. One of the things I want to go ahead and talk about are these UBV bulbs by VivTech. Awesome, awesome design for all us herpers out there. No longer do we have to worry about LED bulbs dying out on us within the first few months. These have a 2-year warranty, and they are amazing. And I will be using the Sursun 3-watt LED UVA UVB light bulb for this species that I'm going to be putting in here. You got to have that UBV. Your animals will thank you for it for sure in the long run. What a cool little bulb too. Really, really neat design, man. This is so epic. Let's see what this looks like in the new build here. Gorgeous. Gotta love it. Build is complete. Got a water dish down there, some corkwood places to hide. Very tropical, as you can see. Now this species is found in like the tropical jungles of those parts. But here we have, she's coming out. This is a yellow belly spotted climbing toad. Her name is Desiree. Meet Desiree. She is from Josh's Frogs, and she gets about 5-6 inches or so big, and oh, she ain't shy, man. She's just like the homegirl Desiree. This is named after my best friend Desiree. She's the reason why I even have this toad. Desiree has one of these yellow spotted climbing toads. Her name is Bella. Make sure you go give Desiree a follow. But yeah, meet Desiree, Desi Des. This is Desi Des. Okay, I can't really get a good shot. Let me get her off my arm and let's get her back in the enclosure. All right, there she is. You were not kidding about that UBV. That looks so better. So look at the UBV I have here for the green tree monitors. I hope I don't scare them. But this is the UBV I have there. It's a lot more yellow. And this just looks so clean right here. I like it. Yeah, guys. Here she is. I have a toad now. How sick is that? Shout out to Josh's Frog. That's where she came from. Josh's Frog had a really, really busy table. They're one of the tables that were for sure one of the most packed. It took me an hour just to kind of like get to hold of somebody to want to buy this. You gotta treat yourself sometime. Handle. Oh, there she goes. Handle. Oh, there she goes. So cool. She's gonna become a lot more blue and there's gonna be yellow spots all over her. Can't wait. All right, I'll leave you alone now, okay, Des? Have a good day, Desi Des. Chee. A little bit of shade. I want to do my best to introduce something new to you guys on each episode since so much has happened over the last year or so. I want to be able to at least make sure I cover everything, which I will per vlog. Let's go meet a little gentleman by the name of Mac Dre, the Super Bell Phase Lace Monitor. Here's Mac Dre. Say hi, Mac Dre. How are you? Mac Dre is a Super Bell's Phase Lace Monitor. He was produced by Alex and John over at Sim Container. Had him since March or February. He's growing up quick. When they were real tiny, they started off in this enclosure, and they have their custom Focus Cube Habitat enclosure that should be here any day this week. I am so excited. So this will probably be the only video you ever see Mac Dre and Allison. So it's cool to see the beginning stages, but yeah, they were a lot smaller when they came into this enclosure. Yeah, these monitors, man, they grow really quick, especially when you're feeding them right. But Mac, you had a nice meal this morning, and I know you're not hungry still, are you? Alice is hiding somewhere, but you'll be seeing a lot of Alice because Alice is actually the more sociable one. She likes to come out and run all over me and whatnot. Mac Dre here is just kind of like, you know, I try to get him to come on me and yeah, he's like, no, I don't want it. So, but we're working on it, huh? Day by day, right, Mac? Day by day. Well, here we are again. Hi, my trappers. Recap a little bit more on the Anaheim Reptile Super Show. I felt it was a huge success, mainly because the vibe I felt all weekend. Yes, having a packed show is good. Having lots of people there, amazing. Having every booth filled, even more amazing. But when you have that reptile keeper vibe, and what I mean by that, when you have people who have social media accounts showing off their animals, people who have breeding projects, all the above, a lot of those people were at the show. And that's what really makes a show. That's where you build connections, get to meet people, get to put a face to the accounts and whatnot. So I totally felt that vibe. It was totally going down for sure this weekend at the Anaheim Super Show, which gives me great hopes for all the shows to come here in California, Pomona, all the San Diego shows, even for other shows up north. All good things happening here. But I will say the booths that definitely caught my eye at the show were, as I mentioned earlier, John and Alex's table, Sim Containers table. They had great selection of monitor species that they were displaying. They had their Sim Containers for sale as well with a bunch of other Sim Container gear. So heavy shout out to John, heavy shout out to Alex. Another table that stood out to me a lot was the Reptile Factory. My man Daniel Solis from the Reptile Factory had a bunch of amazing different species for sale at his table, as he always does. But if it's one thing that stood out to me the most was the Super Timor that he had. So it's nowhere near a retic, you know what I mean? And it kind of acts like one in a way.
Yeah, it still has some species of it.
Subspecies, exactly.
So, wow. The ones I saw in the wild, at least from that locality, they seem to...
Man, what a dreamy snake. Breeding a Super Timor is such a heavy goal of mine. Before I start breeding hybrid Timors back into other Timors, I want to make sure I could at least breed a Timor to Timor first. That's just me personally, no disrespect to anyone else. Seeing this Super Timor in person was so amazing. It was breathtaking, and I'm just happy no one bought it. I really wanted to buy it, but to be honest, I'm in no position to buy a $5,000 snake right now. But Daniel, again, thank you for doing something so mind-blowing. I'm telling you right now, it was my first time ever seeing a Super Timor in person. You know, with the transition of my likings when it comes to wanting to purchase things at a show, not that I don't want to buy an animal at a show, it's just my priorities are different because I have so many animals now, right? So it's so easy for me to buy anything. Clearly, I did not leave the show empty-handed. I came back with the yellow spotted climbing toad. Never owned a toad in my life. Now I have a toad, right? But now when I walk into these shows, a lot of things stand out to me on what I could bring to my collection and make it thrive more and whatnot, right? I am a huge fan of corkwood. And I spent some money on corkwood this weekend, but it was all worth it. Look at the size of this corkwood. This corkwood is gonna be amazing for my pair of lace monitors once they get to adult size. I look at it as spoiling my children, man. And honestly, I look at all these reptiles like my children. If I could spoil them with either a piece of corkwood or a damn UBV bowl from VibTech, best believe I'm gonna do it because it just makes me feel good. Even though the animal can't physically say that they enjoy it, I feel like they enjoy it. It doesn't hurt them, so if it doesn't hurt, why not do it? But yes, I want to give a special shout out to Bruce Smith over at Nature's Creation. All right, guys, so clutch number 2, clutch number 3, coming out the egg. I don't want to give you guys too much at first, but we are going to take a quick glance at clutch number 2 and clutch number 3. So let's see what kind of odds I hit on these last few clutches. Check it out, everybody. All right, guys, so here we are about to take a look at clutch number 2 and get them into their hatching rack. I'm gonna show you my process for this. What I like to do is I like to go ahead and get room temp water so I could go ahead and get them removed out of the egg box into some water, rinse them off, and I put them directly onto this 6-quart hatching tub. To go ahead and get them a little quick rinse off, get all the egg yolk gook off of them, and make sure they're as clean as possible. This pairing was a Superfire Cinnamon Yellow Belly paired to a Fire Highway. A really cool looking highway there. And it seems like you have some Ivory combos here and some Superfire combos. So, like I said, I am one to wait for a couple of sheds before I confirm an ID on anything, but either way, an amazing looking clutch. Just a little quick outside look on clutch number 2 here. Still have one more, what seems to be a Superfire combo in the egg, but here we have the other 4 that's out. And yeah, really cool looking highway. Look how dark that is. Might keep that one. All right, guys, so here's a look at clutch number 3, which was a Pewter Fire Yellow Belly paired to a Fire Highway. So same sire in this clutch. It looks like we have some more Ivory Superfire combos. This one looks really cool. I like this one right here, to be honest. This one's cool too. This looks like to be a Fire Yellow Belly, possible gravel. I'm going with gravel for sure, but we'll see. But this one right here seems to be my favorite of this clutch, just because I could see a little bit of that blackness. Looks like a little bit of dirt going along its body. Just a quick outside look on clutch number 3 here. Really cool looking Superfire Ivory combos. Definitely. Odds in the air, shoot them down, I don't care. They're dead. Bury them. Smashing it this year. You gotta understand the anticipation of thinking, am I gonna get any clutches this year? To boom, making combinations that you've never seen before. That's what I'm talking about. I am super excited that all these projects are starting to work out. For the most part, it's gonna really set me up for my projects in the long run. Superfire combos and gravel combos are a huge staple for my projects on where I wanna take most of the stuff. Holdback City, here we are. But that being said, I will have majority of these snakes available after a few meals. I do wanna go ahead and give a special shout out to everyone who went ahead and purchased a snake from clutch number 1. Clutch number 1 did not last very long whatsoever. I do wanna give a special shout out to all my Patreon members out there. If you out there are looking to be a part of the community, you could connect with people working with a bunch of different species of animals, and you want more ideas and you need tips and help, make sure you go down to the description below. Join the Trap Family Patreon page, join the Discord that's a part of the Trap Talk Patreon page, and join us every Sunday for a Trap Talk Zoom session that goes down 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. All us trappers get together, we talk about our week, we talk about what clutches we have coming, and literally we take care of our own. If you out there are looking to be a part of such a tight-knit group and a group that looks after each other, then look no further than to join the Trap Talk Patreon page and click on that link in the description below. You, my hot. Y'all are my hot. Right here, my hot. And then Trap Talk with MJ, guys, going down. We had a remote episode this week. I don't want to say too much, but you've got to go down to the link below. Click on the Trap Talk with MJ that went down with these 2 guests. If you out there are into green tree pythons, if you out there are a chondro fanatic, if you out there are an inspired chondro breeder, and you want to learn as much as possible, you want to know how to get a baby chondro out of an egg and how to get it to eat, look no further. Go down to the last Trap Talk with MJ, episode 104. Check out the two gentlemen I had on. It was an in-person session, and I'm telling you, the information is not to be slept on, and you can thank me later. The Conjure community, I know I'm like this with you. I know there's some that like me and some that don't like me, and that's probably with every community, but hey, at the end of the day, you don't want to sleep on this episode because this will put you on another level when it comes to keeping and breeding green tree pythons. And I do want to give a special shout out to the sponsor of the episode, which was Red Mountain Herps, Marshall Mendez himself. He was the main sponsor of episode 104, and please go give Marshall a follow. He has an amazing collection of arboreal snakes, ball pythons, but more importantly, he has amazing ball python collections hatching out. He even just recently had a litter of basins that he just dropped this year. The man is killing it. Make sure you go give him a follow. If you know my man Marshall, tell him he's the shit. Tell him MJ said that. And Marshall Mendez, Red Mountain Herps, thank you so much for your support and always being a real one and a true supporter of the trap. Yeah, guys, man, Arlington, NARBC, the weekend is here. Let's go. I am looking forward to meeting anyone who's going to be going to the Arlington show. If you're going to the Arlington show and you want to link up, go down to the comments below, drop a comment, let's link up. And also let me know who you're excited to see. There's gonna be so many heavy hitters at Arlington. What vendor are you looking forward to seeing the most? What animals are you looking most forward to seeing at the NARBC show in Arlington? I wanna know all about it. Drop a damn comment. That's all we have this week for the Snake Trap Sessions. I will see you guys this weekend at the NARBC Arlington show. And don't forget to subscribe, like, dislike, all the above. I'll check you guys next week. I'm out. Cheers.